So I wanted to just hop right back into the next one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sending out a lot of love. This is Which Dark Souls Boss is the Best Manager by Unraveled. Now, this is actually funny because I played all Dark Souls, so I can only imagine. Is he doing the first one? I guess we will find out. But this is by none other than Polygon. And we've got our man of the hour. Oh, my ears. I just burped and said my ears. But we got our man, Brian. Let me throw it up. Brian. But shout out to Polygon. Brian, if any of you want me to take down my video, I do not mind. Did I already say sending out a lot of love? Yes. Links below. If I find a consistent, structured way to say the intro, you'll be able to tell. You guys are seeing my growth again and getting back into the swing of things. Because, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to explain that. I've explained it in many other videos. But I'm getting back into the swing of doing it. But you're seeing the evolution of Lunar and the Lunar Dynasty. But yeah, so, yeah, if you want to subscribe to the Lunar Dynasty, you already know where. Upload every single day. Let's go.
Welcome to Unraveled Season 2. You can tell it's a new season because I've grown a mustache and cut my hair.
So by this point, Unraveled's over, right? He stopped. They stopped the whole Unraveled thing going on. That sucks.
Oh, I'm obviously just kidding. These are both fake. I know how.
I just wait a second. I'm pausing again because I was shouting out Unraveled, right? You guys know what I meant though. I don't know why. I shout out the series name and I was like, shout outs to Unraveled. Just shout out to everything at this point. The series has its own energy behind it too, right? So it's just everything is energy. So shout out to Unraveled. Shout out to Dark Souls. Shout out to the boss, the best man.
How much it would disappoint my friends if
Shout out
I
to
changed
Brian.
my appearance. I'm just kidding again. I'm not your friend.
Oh my gosh.
And you have no say over what I do with my body.
Oh damn.
And speaking of harsh realities, the world of Dark Souls is frightening
loud,
and murky. How can you truly understand
I hope you guys
Dark
can hear me
Souls
okay.
lore without living Dark Souls, grinding away tirelessly in inhospitable environments under uncharitable overlords? To truly understand Dark Souls lore, you must first understand the desolation of working at a job. Have you ever thought about the term boss in a video game before? Those terrible enemies have the same title as the people you'll be working for the rest of your life. What a silly coincidence. Dark Souls is known for wildly difficult bosses that prove themselves on the battlefield.
The energy in this is pretty good.
Prove themselves in a more difficult setting.
I feel like
the Lord
actually
business park and commerce.
Actually, should I save what I think at the end or before the video? What do y'all think? Oh, well, you're here. You're watching this after. Okay, I'll shout out a boss real quick that I think would be a pretty good manager. Well, maybe a pretty. I was gonna say. Okay, Udix Gundyr would be pretty passive until he took too much stress and turned into the abyss black blob that he did. Oh shit, that's spoilers for if you didn't play. Okay, look, well, this video is already spoilers, so you should know. Okay, so yeah, but I was gonna say Champion Gundyr, but I feel like Champion Gundyr would not take shit, so never mind. I feel like a pretty passive boss would probably be like, what are the Dark Souls bosses that are kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, the oh my gosh, I forgot, it's been a minute. The tree boss, that big ass living tree. I feel like it would be pretty passive and chill, and it just threw a tantrum when you actually play the game. But that, who else? I'll give one more, and then we'll continue. Fuck. Who's a boss that I really. Undead. Oh my gosh, no. The Dark Souls. Oh, which Dark Souls boss is the best manager? So these are managers. Oh my god, Champion Gundyr would be an asshole. I don't know if he's doing all Dark Souls or just the first one, but if he's doing the first one, I'll say, who in the first one would be a good one? Priscilla Wait, is she technically optional? Or do you have to fight her? She'd probably be the sweetest.
Center.
Just going.
It's across from the mall. Today, I'm ranking every
I was
Dark
really
Souls
trying to
boss
think hard.
based on how good they'd be as a manager.
If it's all Dark Souls, when is this?
Welcome to the Dark Souls Corp
2019.
onboarding seminar.
Okay.
Now, I'm only going to be speaking about the Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 bosses. No other Soulsborne games.
Oh,
I was
okay,
originally thinking
okay.
about putting in the Demon Souls, but they actually got integrated into the Dark Corporation in a very messy merger. All of the managers got sacked, so we're not talking about them. That leaves us with 96 Dark Souls bosses and mini bosses.
96.
And
Oh, mini
difficult
bosses
part of
too.
our journey.
Holy moly,
How
it's
do we
96.
objectively answer the subjective question, what makes a good boss? So I started researching the X qualities of a good boss on places like LinkedIn and Forbes, and then I fell down the rabbit hole of the hundreds of corporate blogs.
Yeah,
and at the end of this journey, I realized it didn't matter at all. What does matter is making a catchy, PowerPointable mnemonic device. So here are the 5 C's that make a good boss.
I like
Number
Brian
1,
now.
clear vision. Can this boss communicate their goals? Give clear steps on how to achieve those goals. Does this boss clearly hold their big old arm way
Okay,
up in the air
definitely
before
not
slamming it down on
not
you?
the
Number
ceaseless
2,
discharge. No.
consistent feedback. It's important for a boss to let you know that you've made a mistake, like challenging Seath the Scaleless before putting on your Ring of Sacrifice, you absolute fool, you child. Number 3, cherishes employees.
Good.
A good boss
He knows the
values
Dark Souls.
employee perspectives and rewards good performance, like when a
Pontiff
boss decides to
Sullivan.
die when you hit it in a good
Oh
way.
my
Number
gosh.
4, compassionate leadership. Honest, trusting, worthy of respect.
Who is he
from
gonna
their
put after
employees.
this one?
The kind of boss you could chat with at the Estes cooler. And the 5th
okay,
and
the
final
dragons-
C can really
dragons
just
are
go to
usually-
town on a motherfucker. Slices, dices, big old
Champion
crunchers.
Gundyr.
Someone who is
Telling
willing
you.
to do what needs to be done when the
It
going
won't be.
gets tough.
Maybe the
Or
Solar Cinder.
someone who reveals the
look at
missile
look at
dragons
look
they've
at
been
look
keeping
at look
under
at
their armor
look at
this whole
look
time.
at
This is
look
our
at
main
and he
criteria
said
for
they've
what
been
makes
keeping an abyssal dragon under their armor the whole time. I'm so proud of myself.
It's a good boss.
Look at-
But for 96 bosses, it's gonna be hard to differentiate their management style with just these 5 C's.
True.
Which is why I'm introducing the HR index.
He really
If
went
they're
in,
over here,
jeez, and
they
he
get
really
a lot
went
of
in the
HR
other
compliments.
videos too.
If they're down here, they get a lot of HR complaints. Let's be honest. Some really well-loved bosses are very bad leaders.
Yes.
And some really good leaders are skeezy as hell. So let's rank some Dark Souls bosses!
And he praised the sun. Love it.
Here's our scale.
That was
We're
cool.
gonna start out with the
Nice
neutrals.
transition.
They're the standard boss, so I'm just gonna skim through them. Guardian Dragon. The Pursuer. Old Demon King.
of Song.
If you're watching this video and you see yourself exhibiting these lackluster tendencies, I want you to ask yourself,
The
what can I do
Pursuer,
to be
man,
better
it's been
than
some.
the Royal Rat
Wow,
Authority,
it's been a
who
minute.
vomits acid all over the floor multiple times a day and is still considered
Look at
a
the
pretty okay
printouts of
boss.
the bosses.
Aim
That's
higher.
so
Let's talk
awesome.
about the pushovers. Now, these are like my favorite substitute teacher in high school, Mr. S, who would go off on class-long tangents about his youth traveling the world instead of teaching us about Lord of the Flies. I loved Mr.
Yo,
S.
can you imagine if someone did a Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 boss tier list? It probably exists out there. I want to do my own. Maybe after this.
Objectively a terrible
Holy
teacher,
moly.
though. Champions Gravetender and Gravetender Great Wolf. This guy's so fun. He brought his dog into work. I love dogs. Literally nothing's gonna get done today. Vort of the Boreal Valley. He runs around on all fours. He's really disrupting the walking space. It's very ineffective. Iron Golem. He's sweet, sort of bumbling, and you've asked him to approve your expense reports like 5 times already. Ava, Lud, and Zalin, the king's pets.
No.
Literally baked into the title, they're teacher's pets. They suck up to the king. Seath the Scaleless is a real sweetheart, but he is very risk averse, and if you destroy his crystal, he becomes mortal and takes it like really personally. The Fume Knight, he's got 2
The
sides,
Fume
2
Knight is
swords.
a
Look,
monster.
he's still got his old sword back when he had your job, but eventually he is gonna get rid of that sword. He's gonna be a real asshole about it. The Lost Sinner, she, and I quote,
The Lost
eternally
Sinner.
punishes herself for the sins of her past. It's important to have a boss that recognizes their flaws.
Yeah,
But it's bad
that's
if your
funny. I
boss
love how
locks
he's
herself in the conference
explaining
room and
it
flogs
with.
herself eternally. I booked the conference room for 3. I need to get in there. Crossbreed Priscilla.
There's
goes
Priscilla.
invisible.
There's Priscilla, and what I wanted to say, it's almost like if he talks about Mirror Knight, or I think that's the Mirror Knight, and like Mirror Knight reflects on his or her choices in the battlefield, not battlefield, but in the workspace. So I like how he's writing each one like that. That's really good.
At the first sign of
That's awesome.
conflict, that's not showing up for the company.
Yeah,
Lorien
so
and
she
Lothric, the
disappears.
princes,
Okay.
One of them hangs around the neck
So now that I see how he's doing, I take back Priscilla, but still.
of the other one who's actually doing all the work, which is the worst form of micromanaging. The Four Kings. You don't fight all four at once. You fight one, and then the rest come in slowly, which is kind of like every group project you had in high school. The Karthus Sandworm. If you ignore them, they'll ignore you. And some people
And I was
like
that person
managing
before
style.
also.
But also, if you stand
Both
on the
sides of the
sideline for
spectrum.
long enough, someone else will shoot big arrows into them, and then they'll die. And that's a bad boss. The Dragon Slayer armor
Yeah,
is
that
actually
boss
just a
is
puppet
really
for these big, wiry
easy.
dragon butterfly things. So they're well loved by the higher ups, but only because they don't have any ideas on their own. The Ancient Wyvern is the epitome of pushover because you can just run through his stage and then kill him with one attack at the very end. This is perfect.
I
for
swear, as sometimes it seems like he's really describing the beast and how they would be in a managerial position, but then he's explaining why the fuck they'd be weak as hell based on their fight.
that likes to, fuck around on Reddit all day and then send one email at 5 and then peace out. I don't know what that's like. I've never done that. And finally, this is sort of a technical push.
There they are, the Ruin Sentinels. I was going to say
like a
them.
board of directors in that they all look the same and do the same thing, which is to say not a lot, but you gotta suck up to them if you want to get anywhere in the company. Now we're going to flip to the opposite side of the scale. We're going to talk about...
That's really funny that he said that because I don't think you can skip the Ruin Sentinels. I think you have to fight the Ruin Sentinels in that area to go to the next one. But I can't remember because it's been a minute since I played Dark Souls 2, so I don't actually know.
The Sketchies. These have a powerful understanding of corporate leadership, but everyone hates them. The Boreal Outrider Knight is a mini-boss, but you can tell he really wants to be a boss. Nashandra tricks you into opening the Throne of Want, even though she just wants it for herself. But manipulation gets you pretty far.
Yeah, okay,
the
Nashandra,
Burnt King only comes to fight you after you kill literally all of his knights. He gets it done, sure, but only when he needs to. Dragon Rider.
Okay.
This dude doesn't have a dragon. His job title is obviously false. It's like if I got promoted to guy who had an okay time in high school. Bed of Chaos. Actually a very effective leader, but every time you have to have a meeting with the Bed of Chaos, someone in HR gets an email. Centipede Demon. He nasty. Manus.
I hate
Father
that
of
he
the
said
Abyss.
that. He said
Always
Centipede
screaming at you.
Demon. He's
Bad
nasty.
anger management. High Lord
Manus,
Volnir has a lot of gold jewelry, very ostentatious.
Dipping,
All of
easily
his plans
killed.
sound more like schemes, but
Yeah.
he does know the basis for Maroon 5, and they've been looking for someone with really good hand dexterity, and he's noticed that he's got something good. So if you want, Mitha the Baneful Queen doesn't really have an understanding of personal boundaries. She's kind of like that coworker who, instead of sending an email, just peeks their head over the cubicle wall. Except in this
she
case,
lifts
that
it.
head is severed from the body and will explode. Pinwheel can
she was
summon
easy.
an
That's what I
unlimited amount
remember.
of clones. Most bosses wish they could be everywhere at once. This
Pinwheel can,
Slave Knight
like
Gale, came into the company with
A
you, was
monster.
a really good friend.
Hardest
and then he got promoted
boss
over you, and he's been a real
to me.
jerk since.
Hardest.
Scholar of the First Sin,
Well,
is
Doc Eater
constantly
Meter.
testing you because he sees great things in you. But dude, not everything has to be a test. This is a GameStop. Aldrich, Devourer of Gods, has a bunch of skeletons strewn about his clothes, and those are the people he ate on his way to the top, which is incredibly cutthroat, but at least he's honest about it. Pontiff Sullivan has two swords, a profane flame and a sword of judgment, and he hits you with both of them.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy who sends you an NSFW link at work and then reports you for
And then
clicking on it.
report you for
Dragon Slayer
clicking on
Ornstein
it. That
and
is
Executioner
fucking.
Smough
That was perfect. And I forgot about Ornstein and Smo. Yeah.
get shit done. They are a
They get
power
shit, yeah.
couple
Yep.
that isn't sanctioned by HR. They didn't fill out the paperwork. It makes everyone very uncomfortable. There was a lot of PDA, and it is weird. Now let's move on to the good category.
Crushing
with
each
the
other
old
after.
dragons.
Nice.
This is just Ornstein again.
That
This
was,
dude
yeah.
just put on a different suit and tried to get rehired in the Ogden branch. That's not gonna fly. Y'all ready for the stinkers? You thought we had some pretty bad bosses up to this point, but we haven't even hit the depths of bad bossery. We're about to hit the blight town of HR, Vendrick.
Oh my gosh, Vendrick. This is okay. So Vendrick, I didn't expect them to put it up. Yeah, okay. Another thing that's really crazy is how many how many of the bosses he has on the wall already. How many is that? Is that like 50 so far? There's hella bosses to go.
Dude, you gotta wear more than a loincloth to work. Chaos with Quelaag and Scorpioness Najka are nude from the waist up and nude from the waist down. Y'all, we have leftover shirts from the softball game. Can you just go into the bathroom
First
and put one
Vendrick
of
and
those
then
on,
them.
please? Old Iron King is constantly working
Yeah,
from home,
Old Iron
and he
King
signs
was
all of his emails
easy,
sent from my
but-
hot tub. Get out of the hot tub! Ceaseless Discharge? The name alone tells me you should have taken a sick day. Osiris, the consumed king, is always going on about his son
he is
Ocelot,
always
showing you
going to
pictures of
talk.
him and his rowing
This
team.
motherfucker.
You know that this psych major is going to replace you as soon as he graduates Yale. Asylum Demon, Stray Demon, and the Demon Fire Sage all have a move called Butt Slam.
That wipe out your health completely
Looking Glass
if you're not
Knight
careful.
reflects
Looking
everyone's
Glass Knight,
flaws
that's
back
what it
on
is.
them, doesn't
Yep.
look
See?
into them.
Oh, he
Curse
said it.
Rod,
Oh, the way he said it reflects everybody's flaws back on them and doesn't look inward enough. Hey, so it was kind of the same. I thought his name was Mirror Knight.
Did Greatwood, another dress code violation. Gwyn,
Greatwood
Lord of
was what I
Cinder,
was
is kept
referring
around
to.
because he was the founder and made a lot of money on Wall Street in the 80s, but he's hollow inside. The Covetous Demon is always
I forgot
taking
about
credit
this
for the
easy
work
boss.
that you're doing, and he steals your lunch from the fridge every day, even though I label
He looks
it
like a
Dave
glutton.
Abyss Watchers.
He looks like a glutton.
Infighting is a very dangerous thing for
That's
managers.
that's
The
why I
Crystal
didn't bring
Sage
them
does
up.
a little
I
bit of
wanted
work
to see
and
how
then
he was gonna
vanishes,
do
and
it.
then does a little bit more work and then vanishes.
He's
and then
literally
you see them
talking
on their
about what-
Instagram story at some beer garden. Sister Frida is actually a very good boss and should be up here. But
She's a monster.
unfortunately, she's the
Shrek
assistant
me.
to Father Ariandel, who is so incompetent he can't untie a chair from his ass. And finally, the worst boss. The Gaping Dragon. Under no
Dragon.
circumstances
Yeah, I wonder where he was gonna put the gaping dragon.
should you be in a work setting and described as gaping. All that's left is the top right of this scale, the good bosses. But before we get there, there are a few bosses that don't really fit into the standard boss-employee structure, or they're basically corporations in their own right. So we'll talk about them as alternatives. The Bell and the Bell-Free Gargoyles only come in when someone else is hurting, so they're kind of like consultants. Half-Light Spear of the Church could actually be a real-life human player, and pitting employees against each other is a big no-no. The Royal Rat Vanguard is one boss rat that's surrounded by a horde of
And you go take
indistinguishable
you go
other
take him
rats.
down and they
So
all
it's
run.
just an episode of Undercover Boss. Afflicted Grave Robber, Ancient Soldier Varg, and Sarah the Old Explorer are a trio that, like, they're just high school friends that decided to get together and open a burger joint, and they're kind of incompetent, but you love them anyway. The Prowling Magus and Congregation is a startup because it's
forgot
one
about them,
charismatic
yep.
weirdo who takes
Well,
credit for all
I didn't
of the
forget about
hardworking
them. I
people
remembered
around
as
them.
soon
We've
as
got some
they're
unions.
popping up.
A good union would be the Skeleton Lords. It's 3 lords and a bunch of minions who are recognized and working together toward the same goal. That's a good thing. A worse union is the Deacons of the Deep, where the management only comes in after 5 of their employees are killed. Finally, we have the Executioner's Chariot, whose employees are trying to unionize, but they keep getting trained. And that leaves us
Let's see the
with
good ones.
There are only 13 of them. The Flexile Sentry, great multitasker. The Taurus Demon gives you the tools you need to succeed and encourages you to climb that ladder. So that way you can jump down and
I didn't land on his
Great Lord Nito has a lot of skeleton friends, a very good delegator. The Duke's dear Freya. Yeah, she's a big spider, but she's the Duke's dear Freya. The Duke loves her. When has the Duke led you astray before?
Oh my gosh, I love this.
The Duke loves
This
her.
is
Give
is
her
one
a
of the best
chance.
ones too.
Do
I
it
think
for
I
the
got
Duke.
one more. He
Sin
said, "Do it for
and
the
Slumbering
Duke."
Dragon,
Sin
the
the-
Last Giant are slow, deliberate, and they keep on going, even though they got a big fucking spear through them. Ilana, the Squalid Queen,
Nice.
summons friends when things get a
This
bit
was
too much
kinda
for her.
annoying.
That's good delegation and understanding your limits. The Ancient Dragon doesn't actually fight you until you fight them.
Until you fight
You
them.
just have a chat with this boss, and honestly, that's good enough sometimes.
That is very
Great
true.
Grey Wolf Sif is a big wolf with a sword. Fuck yeah! The Nameless King and the King of
Knew
the
it,
Storm.
and then the Nameless
Now, when the
King.
King of the Storm takes enough damage, the Nameless King will put them out of their misery. And it's very sad, but
It is.
it's also what needed to happen. That's good management. I fully expect my boss, Tara Long, to put me out of my misery when I stop being useful. The Soul of Cinder.
He put her
Him,
face on
you
it.
might become him, and that's a very clear path to promotion. It's not a great path to promotion, but it is a clear one. The Throne Watcher and Defender.
Oh, the Throne Watcher
are
and
another
Defender,
power
yep.
couple, but they filled out the HR paperwork. And they work great together. They're super professional about it. They constantly revive the other one when they die, and that's a good boss. also relationship goals. And finally,
Yeah.
the best business boss in Dark Souls is the Rotten, because this company is employee owned. Every movement is made by the collective. Everyone gets a
Oh,
say.
I
Now,
forgot.
you might think you
Yeah,
are
I
small
forgot that.
and
That
insignificant and
the
also
Rotten
dead,
was a
but
hive body.
when you smash together
Hive
everyone's
mind.
stinky, rotting corpse, you can move mountains together.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Best boss is you
Yeah.
and all of your dead friends. And
And
in the
all
Dark
of your
Souls
dead
Corporation, that means you need a job description. So go ahead and use this handy chart to figure
Oh.
out your Dark Souls boss title.
I like that he threw that in. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So go ahead.
First name followed by the day you were born. Okay. So, it's the day you were born and first letter of your last name. Wow, mine is Torturer Bloodletter. Nice. Torturer Bloodletter. So 2 job titles. I'm a torturer, and I guess that torturing involves bloodletting. Very interesting. Nice.
And use this handy chart to figure out your Dark Souls boss title. And that concludes
Oh,
our
it's your
this handy
title.
chart to figure out
Your first name followed by the first letter of your last name. So I'm Rel Torturer Bloodletter.
your Dark Souls boss title.
Brian
And that concludes
Gallant.
our onboarding seminar. Make sure to print out your completion
Gallant,
certificate at the end of this video so you can send it to your manager. Happy managing, and praise the sun.
Oh, this is the certificate?
Sun.
Should I? Okay, I will. I'll put it in the look out for this in the community tab. Put this in the community tab. So stupid. I love it. That was great. I fucking enjoyed that so much. I enjoyed that.
Under no circumstances should you be in a work setting and described as gaping.
Hey, yo, can I gape in here?
you guys might fucking. And that concludes our onboarding seminar. Make sure to celebrate their cheddar.
Fucking cool. All right. Well, much love and light. Shout out to them at
Good
Polygon
fight.
again and Brian.
What?
Oh, the next one wanted to play. Yeah, fucking. I'm done. I'm at much love and light. Say 5 things you're grateful for out loud, and yeah, go spread light out there. I will see y'all.